My tastes are very singular. You wouldn't understand.
So many love stories are formed from fairy tales and that sort of idealistic version of what love is and how two people should be together. And I think there's aspects of that, and I think we're always fighting for that in the film, that these two people that are sort of, I guess like star-crossed lovers and people that on paper probably shouldn't be together, but they just like need each other.
I would like to know more about you.
There's really not much to know about me.
That's what's so powerful, I think, about this film, is that like these people we're both making quite big compromises to, and having to change a lot and open up a side of them that they aren't necessarily comfortable with or have never even explored, to enable to be with each other. That's also a big part of it. It's that like two people who know they want to be together, but like really have to make wild sort of changes in who they are to have that happen.
Listen to me. I don't do romance.
He's only let in a tiny bit into his life, and he wouldn't expose too much about himself, but I mean with Anna, like, it unlocks this whole side to him, and he breaks so many of his own rules, and I think that's quite telling about how it is he feels about her, like how taken he is by her, that he lets her in so like far into his world, and like sort of taking her up in the helicopter and all that sort of stuff that he's never done before for anyone else. And she essentially sort of unlocks him, with just the way she is, and that like she has an effect on him that no one else has had before.
You're here because I'm incapable of leaving you alone.
Then don't.
We meet this sort of enigma that is Christian Grey, that he's obviously a very powerful man, and he's achieved so much, but nobody really knows a great deal about him, and about his personality. And if he's photographed, he's always photographed alone, so nobody knows about his sort of personal life, and apart from the fact that he's been grossly successful. So Anastasia is, due to a friend's illness, ends up being asked to interview him for the university paper, and that's the sort of first meeting, which was such a key scene for us to film, and we actually gave it 2 days to film it so that we could really like give it the attention it deserved, and she gets to meet this guy that everyone wants to know about, really, and ends up being quite taken by him as he is with her, and then what ensues is a mad sort of back and forth like love story.
Look at me.
I am.
The Red Room, I did want to spend a bit of time in, so I had been there. I'd been sort of left alone in there a couple of times before we shot there. It's obviously really important that Dakota hadn't seen the Red Room until we shot the first scene, where actually that is how we did it. Like the first scene where I said, I want to show you my playroom, and we opened the door and I turn on the lights. That was legitimately the first time that Dakota saw the room. I think that's really important. No, but I'd spend a bit of time in there trying to get, I didn't want to be in there going, well, where did I keep that? I wanted to be pretty down with where everything was and the sort of layout of the room. So I'd spend a bit of time there.